Hey everyone, so warm greetings to you all. Welcome to my YouTube channel that is Tips in Motion. So today we are diving into the physiotherapical journey. So today I I present myself in front of you all to talk about an interesting instrument that we use in physiotherapy to measure all the range of motion in human body. So tada, that is Goniometer. This small tool is very crucial for physiotherapists to measure different range of motion of human joints. It measures the range of motion whether a person has a stable range of motion, normal range of motion, or it has an unstable range of motion. So let me show you the part of this goniometer. So this central piece, as you can see, this one is fulcrum. So this, this moving arm, you can say, which is moving, is called a movable arm. And the, the non-movable arm is called non-movable. It's a stationary arm. So it's a very easy fulcrum, movable arm. This is stationary arm. So I hope you are you got what I said. So goniometer comes in different sizes, different forms, like pendulum goniometer, fluid goniometer. But this metal goniometer that we call a universal goniometer is a very common goniometer, and if anyone who wants to learn or who enrolled in DPT, bachelor's or in master's, we get we suggest this goniometer, universal goniometer. And after they master this goniometer, so they can use any goniometer which they find it easy or they find it interesting in their services up to them. But usually when they start start learning goniometer measurement, they use this universal goniometer. So let's dive. There are some interesting things which I am going to show you today. Not only the introduction to goniometer, we'll see some textbook, what a textbook says about a goniometer measurement, and we'll see a research paper, what the research paper is about, what it says about the goniometer, and we'll see a case study video, and, and I'll explain one special video that I have shoot for this particular video, a lab demonstration about a goniometer, which I have performed to a patient. So we'll also see that. So let's dive into the topic. I hope you'll find it very interesting and very knowledgeable. So let's start. So firstly, I would like to take you guys to a book chapter that is, that is here, here, like textbook. According to the standard physiotherapy textbook that is doing range of motion and muscle length testing, tonometer measurement plays a key role in assessing baseline joint mobility before treatment, monitoring progress during rehabilitation, and evaluating final outcomes. And these measurements are essential in designing individual treatment plans. Accuracy and consistency are very crucial. If there is no any accuracy or anything, the measurement, the measurement, the, that measurement doesn't mean anything. So if we have to measure one or two, more than two times, let's say for three times. so that we can get accurate measurement. So we can include that in a report that a person has a normal or abnormal range of motion. So this much. And sorry, I forget to tell you that this book is written by Nancy Berryman Tracy and William D. Bandy. So I highly recommend you guys to see this book and learn interesting things from this book, not only about goniometer, but also about muscles, bone, or anything that you guys find interesting and you guys want to learn. So let's dive into some research, like what research says about the goniometer. So like you can see the highlighted part which I have highlighted for you guys. It is very important that here it mentioned that the universal goniometer or international standard goniometer, that universal goniometer is also known as international standard goniometer, is the most commonly used tool for measuring the range of motion at large joints such as the shoulder and head. So universal goniometer is majorly used to measure range of motion of large joints, like large joints that is in head. We have hip joints, shoulder, ball and socket joints. So this universal goniometer is majorly used to measure large, large joints. So this goniometer is available in several sizes. Like I have shown you, this is a middle size goniometer. We have a large size goniometer according to the person, and we have a small size goniometer also. So there are some other devices which include pendulum goniometer, fluid goniometer, and oscillometer. None has been found to be as reliable as universal goniometer. We have a different type of goniometer, that is pendulum goniometer, fluid goniometer, oscillometer, but more than this, none of them are as reliable as this goniometer. So if you want to learn anything about a goniometer, or if you want to learn how to measure a range of motion in the body through goniometer, this is the tool you want to rely on. So studies have also shown that the interactive reliability of goniometer assessment is consistently higher than interactive reliability. In addition, measurement of active range of motion, that is CROM, tend to be more reliable than measurement of passive range, that is CROM. Most likely, that is because CROM is influenced by the degree of force extended by the examiner upon a subject link at the end range of motion. This stress is passive stress imposed by the examiner will affect the ultimate measurement of passive range of motion. Active range of motion measurement are not affected by variation in the examiner manipulation. So, like you guys see what this research paper has to taught us and what this research paper meant. So now we'll see a video that is a case study video that we prepared, that we have prepared on this goniometer test. So let's dive into the goniometer case study video. So let me take you to the video. So we'll see a case study video.
Goniometry is used to measure joint motion, both active and passive. The stationary arm of the goniometer is aligned with the bone proximal to the joint being measured, the movable arm with the bone distal. For example, when measuring the metacarpal phalangeal joint or MP joint of the index finger, you will align the stationary arm with the first metacarpal and the movable arm with the proximal phalanx.
To keep in mind is that if you are measuring a goniometer, if you are measuring a joint to a goniometer, there are some procedures we have to follow. So I'll show you in my lab demonstration video what we have to follow. I'll tell you in that video. We'll see and we'll discuss also in that video. So let's finish the case study video and we'll just dive into the lab demonstration.
Aligning the axis of the goniometer over the axis of the metacarpal phalangeal joint. In the case of CMC radial abduction, the stationary arm will be aligned with the second metacarpal, where the movable arm will be aligned with the first metacarpal. The axis will be placed.
Like I said, the therapist is also saying the same. But we have to keep in mind that there are some procedure or there are some rules at where we have to keep our movable arm, where we have to keep our stationary arm and fulcrum so that we'll get a proper measurement and proper range of motion of a person, whether it's normal or it's abnormal.
Placed over the anatomical snuff box.
So we've finished case study video. So let's see uh, lab demonstration video which I have prepared. I'm really sorry guys, there are some technical mistakes while doing this video, so there is no much voice in this video. So talk, I just will just see some amount of video. So and I'll just explain what I am talking in this particular video. So let's dive. So here I'm explaining about what goniometer is. So why it is important. So why it is important to measure joint to goniometer. So let's watch more. So here, like I said before, like I've shown you before also, here I'm showing the part of goniometer. So let's see. Let let him finish the job of explaining the goniometer, part of goniometer, and we'll talk. Like like this part, like I said, this part, this middle part, this is a fulcrum that we put that that we keep stationary at a certain bone or any joint. And like this is a stationary arm. So this stationary arm we particularly keep in a particular axis of a body. So it stays stationary. So it doesn't move. So it's a stationary arm. So and this is the movable arm which is going below. And this movable arm goes with a particular point which is assigned to a joint. It is assigned to a joint and it goes along with a particular joint, and if and the where the movement stops, the stationary arm just no sorry, I'm very sorry. The movable arm stops there, and there we have to measure how much the measurement has come, and that's the final range of motion of that particular thing. So we'll see measurement later in the video. So let's dive into the topic. So guys, one thing keep in mind is that we are in a medical profession. So we don't know what the patient is going through, what his patient mind is all about. So first, comfort the patient, like casual talk, like he asks his name, what he do, and just explain him that we are going to perform a this goniometer measurement in your joint. So please cooperate with us, and tell assured him that it doesn't harm you or it doesn't get hurt, because sometimes patients get scared when they heard about some test we are going through a test. So just keep him comfortable and keep the environment very cool, keep the environment very tight so that patient doesn't feel like he is trapped here or something like that. So keep that in mind. So here in this video, I'm also comforting the patient so that he doesn't feel any discomfort or anything. So let's watch. So why the patient is in supine position is that we have a different position for measuring different type of goniometer measurement. Like if you are measuring a shoulder flexion, so we need a patient to lie down in a supine position. So it's easy for us to measure a shoulder flexion. So there are some different positions for measuring different types of range of motion of a joint of a human body during a goniometer measurement. So we have to keep that in mind. So let's watch. So right now I'm going to perform a shoulder flexion measurement, goniometer measurement in the patient. Let's watch. So when you are measuring shoulder flexion, we have to keep that in mind. Is that we have to position our fulcrum in gated tuberous bone that is present in humerus. So we have to position our fulcrum there. And if we talk about a stationary arm, we have to keep the stationary arm parallel to the midline, parallel to the midline, and we have to keep our movable arm aligned with lateral epicondyles of a human. So let's watch. After after taking all your parts of Goniometer, so we have to ask the patient to perform a shoulder flexion. So after we perform a shoulder flexion, then we'll move the movable arm where the patient has reached. So like I said before, the movable arm should be aligned with lateral epicondyle. So we'll just move the movable arm to the lateral epicondyle, and what's the measurement count? That's the final measurement. Like what I'm doing in this video, we have to see the same. Like in shoulder flexion, the normal range of motion varies from 0 to 180 degrees. So the patient range of motion is 170 degrees, which is very normal. It's normal. The patient's shoulder range of motion, it's normal. So now we are going to perform a shoulder extension on the patient. So here you can see I ask patient to lie on a pronation position. So we can't perform a shoulder extension range of motion goniometer measurement when a patient is in supine position. So it's compulsory for the patient to be on a prone position. So like in shoulder flexion, the point which we have to keep our three part of our goniometer is the same. That is fulcrum to the theater tubercle, stationary arm to the parallel to the midline, and the movable arm is just aligned with lateral epicondyle. So we'll just ask the patient to just extend his arm with the patient hands up. We have to take the measurement of that angle. So, like in the video, the patient range of motion of a shoulder extension scale is 35. So, the normal range of motion of a person shoulder extension at 0 to 60 degrees. So, the 35 is very normal. So, patient shoulder extension movement is normal. So, in this lab demonstration video, I have just shown you the two major goniometer measurement that is in shoulder, that is shoulder flexion and shoulder extension. Hope you guys liked the video and the commentary which was given by me to this video. So hope you guys like that. Let's dive. So hope you guys like the video which I have recorded to you. So hope you guys find it very hope you guys find it very informative and hope you guys learn important things and important value from this video. I hope this video helps you to connect theory, research, and real practical together. So like I have told you, the research paper, the book chapter, the case studies, and the more interesting, like I have told you, the lab demonstration which I have performed to a patient. Hope you guys like it, and I hope to meet you guys in my next video. So stay tuned and subscribe to my channel, Hip in Motion, and we'll meet in our future video. Bye guys. Sayonara. Good night. And good morning to you all. Why I said good morning, good night is that you can watch this video every time you want. So it's better to say good night, good morning, and this also so that you guys don't say that you only said good night and I'm watching this in morning. So bye guys. Have a great day and have a great future ahead.